Now let's take one example. Find the determinant of the matrix A equals to this. You can see it is a square matrix of order 3 by 3. So we have to find out its determinant. First we have to decide along which row or which column we want to expand this determinant. Suppose I decide to expand the determinant along the first row. So here determinant of the matrix A is given by this 2 minus 1 minus 2. Okay, I have decided that I will expand this determinant along the first row. So take the first element of the first row, which is 2. This element, its position is A11. Here I plus j is equal to 2, which is even, so I take here plus sign. Next, delete the row and the column in which this element A11 lies. So I delete the first row and the first column. After doing the deletions, I am left with this submatrix. So now I have to compute the determinant of this submatrix, which is 5, 3, minus 1, minus 2. Next, take the second element, which is negative of 3. Now this second element lies in the first row and the second column. So its position is A12. Here I plus j is 1 plus 2, which is 3. And 3 is an odd number. So take here negative sign. Now again, delete the row and the column in which this element lies. So I delete the first row and the second column. And I am left with the submatrix with elements 1, 3, 2, minus 2. I have to compute its determinant. So I write this as determinant 1, 3, 2, minus 2. Then take the third element of the first row, which is 4. Now this 4 element lies in the first row and in the third column. So its position is A13. Here I plus j is 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4, and 4 is even. So take here plus sign. Again, delete the row and the column in which this element lies. So I delete the first row and the third column. I am left with this submatrix. So I get its determinant as this. Okay, now you can see this, and this. They all are determinants of order 2 by 2. And you know how to compute the determinant of order 2 by 2? So it's 2. To compute the determinant, product of these two, 5 into minus 2 will give you minus 10, minus the product of these two, minus 1 into 3 will give you minus 3. Negative of 3 will give you plus 3, and this determinant 1 into minus 2 will give you minus 2. From this, subtract the product of these two, 2 into 3, that is 6. Here it is plus 4. Product of these two, which is minus 1. From this, subtract the product of 2 and 5, which is 10. So on simplification, that will give you minus 10 plus 3. This is minus 8 this is minus 11. So it is 2 into negative of 7 minus 24 minus 44 minus 14 minus 24 minus 44. This is minus 82. So therefore, determinant of this matrix A is negative of 82. Okay, now let's see what will happen if I decide to find the determinant of this matrix by expanding along the second row, that is along this row. Let's see. Pick up the first element of this row, which is 1. Now this first element, the position is A21 because it lies in the second row and in the first column. And here I plus j will be 2 plus 1 equals to 3, which is an odd number. So I'll take here negative sign. Now delete the row and the column in which this element lies. So after doing the deletions, I am left with submatrix with elements minus 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2. So its determinant will be this. Then pick up the second element, which is 5. So I write here 5. Now position of this element is A22. Here I plus j is 2 plus 2, 4, which is even. So I take here plus sign. Now delete the second row and the second column in which this element lies. So I am left with the submatrix with elements 2, 4, 2, minus 2. And its determinant is 2, 4, 2, minus 2. Then pick up the third element, which is 3. And this third element is present in the second row and in the third column. So its position is A23. So here I plus j is 5, which is odd. So take here negative sign. Delete the second row and the third column and find the determinant of the submatrix, which is this. Now this is negative of 1 and these are the determinants of order 2 by 2. So evaluate them as product of these two. Minus 3 into minus 2 will give you 6. From this subtract the product of these two, which is negative of 4. Then plus 5. 2 into minus 2 will give you minus 4. From this subtract the product of these two, which is 8. Then negative of 3. Product of 2 and minus 1 is minus 2. From this subtract the product of these two, which is negative of 6. So it is negative 1, 6 plus 4. This is minus 4 minus 8, negative 3 minus 2 plus 6. So it is minus 1 into 10 plus 5 into negative 12 minus 3 into 4. So it is negative of 10 minus negative of 60 minus 12, and which will give you negative of 82. So determinant is minus 82. You can see whether we expand the determinant along the first row or the second row, value of the determinant in both the cases is same. So you can expand the determinant along any row and any column.